So I tried to do an unboxing, but it didn't go so far to plan. So this is what I got. It comes with a little magnetic strip for knuckle couplers, but I'm basing mine off British OO scale stuff. So I have a class. This is what it's supposed to make. All the track here. It's black. I'll explain why in a minute. Class 37 class 40 or 37 coming. In the next few weeks, and then a Virgin HST coming. It came with all this stuff, some switches, for some of the switches here. Why did I get black, you may ask? Sorry. And I'll talk about this here in a minute too. It was originally like this, but I got black because it was cheaper, so I ran out to my storage unit and got the Bachmann power pack that I have in this one just in case. I don't have anything to test it right now. Sorry, I'm trying to clean everything up. And then, yeah, so this was $153 off Amazon. I just picked it up. The gray stuff is about $250 for some reason. It's the same stuff. Just same track plans and stuff, but just a whole lot more expensive. So I'm gonna start wiring some stuff up here. It came with two different track types, I guess. I have an N scale set of this. Actually, it's the same set, just an N scale. So I don't think I have a power pack for this thing. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. Let's see what I have here. This is not for the Bachmann, but anything with this kind of power cord should work, theoretically, maybe. We'll test it here in a second. I actually just want to test it now. I don't know if it's have enough current to give out, but we'll find out. It's either in my storage unit or somewhere along the way. That's not the right one. So I'm gonna have to figure out. I'll find one eventually. Not too worried about it. I have tons of them lying around. But anyways, I'm just gonna start wiring some stuff up. I do have to possibly run out to my garage to start drilling some holes for the, well, I don't know how the switches are wired. Okay. 2 right-hand switches and 2 left-hand. Obviously, that's not what I'm going to be making out of this layout. So, yeah, so let's just start doing some stuff here. I'm going to take a sip of my root beer. And we'll start figuring out what we want to do. This is the other track power selector that I came with. I'm not going to use it, more than likely. Just because, yeah, I don't really want it. So, let's see what I can do with this here. I do have American engines that I can test, but I'd rather really not, just because I'm not really into that stuff. But, yeah. So I'm going to test and see what I can figure out with the track plan here. Just kind of get it all wired up. So far we're looking pretty decent on this. I would need to make a sharper curve out of this. That, or I have to take off that straight piece that I just pulled, which seems like it's going to have to be the case. Yeah, so I bought this off Amazon. You can get it pretty much anywhere, any hobby store or any place. I just found it cheaper on Amazon, just as per anything really nowadays. Yeah, this is not going to work. So gonna run it like this. And I'll just kind of experiment. Yeah, came with quite a bit of track. There's nothing too much else to say, I guess. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw a switch into here. For some reason I can't get this one to connect. Looks like the rail joiner was stuck there for a minute, so yeah. So this is going to take a little bit of time and effort to figure out how I'm going to get this planned, but so far running into a bit of an issue, but as per anything, you can always figure it out. There's not a whole lot else to say, I guess, but if I need to, I might have to flex this out just a bit. We're gonna disconnect this piece here. And I forgot that the switches actually do require power to operate for these little suckers. So we'll figure it out as we go. But right now I'm kind of having an issue. Don't know what that was. Could be a screw. Actually, I'm not having too much of an issue now. Now that I've got it all figured out. We're going to jump across to this section. I'm going to set the camera down, kind of fiddle with this. This is kind of too hard to show. Okay. I don't think that's entirely going to work because we have an odd section of track. So I'm going to compensate myself for this and kind of just experiment with what I can do here. I don't see why it would be that different. It's just a switch. Actually, I got it. Perfect. So this is kind of what I was going for, just a simple setup. It is overhanging by a little bit, but I can always flex this out. Actually, I can probably do that right about now. Oh, I feel like an idiot right now because I'm using the wrong bit. And I'm wondering why it's not working. So eventually I add some scenery. I already have some woodland scenic stuff that's been from a couple previous layouts. Let's see what I can do with this piece here. I apologize if it's like really loud. I'm trying not to make it loud, but it seems that it wants to turn out that way, I guess. So yeah, it's gonna be super loud on camera. So again, I apologize. Yeah, I hate that when I build these layouts that I have to modify them sometimes, but that's just part of how it goes. Yeah, okay. I actually am liking that. I added a straight bar here that can support this even more, but I'll show you the construction. So originally, I was thinking that this would fit around all of it, but boy was I wrong. So I modified it. I cut it at about a 45-degree angle or whatever it is, and then just added some supports there. And eventually I'll cover this up with a piece of wood or something right there. So I gotta pull out the box just to show you guys anyways what it came with. I always save the boxes. Some people might get on my case because they throw them away, but came with a CD or a DVD, which nobody even, dang it, I just dropped my root beer, which nobody uses anymore, and some those that I saved. But we will need these green cables for all four. Hopefully there's 4. 1. I don't remember how this works exactly. I'll have to watch a video on these. Well, hang on. For a minute, I think you can link these together, maybe? I actually have no idea. I forgot how these mini switches work. But it does come with the magnetic knuckle coupler thing, which I don't ever use. It never came with the N-scale one, but it's probably good to have, I guess. So for now, I'm going to try and figure out how, and if I remember, these switches work. I might have to look it up and come back with another video once I get some progress done. Okay. I hate this plastic sheet thing because it's not ever going to freaking go back in. I apologize since it's already black on the camera, but I'm trying to figure this out. Okay. Yeah, so this was $100 bucks, $153 actually to be exact, but yeah. All right. So we're just kind of going off of, excuse me, what I think is going to work. I believe you do have to have a separate power pack for the, I don't know what I did here. Try to solder it or something. Yes, my bed's a mess, I know, because I was moving stuff around to make this layout. So, all right. I'm going to try and set it right there. We're going to kind of work with what we've got here with the switches. So I think I want one going, geez, maybe if I can get it. These switches seem to be a little hard to nail in here. It seems like they are very stiff. And how many more do I have? I've got 2 more switches I can work with. So that's perfect. And I have a lot to complete on this layout before it's fully finished, I guess, as I could say. It kind of sucks as not rail joiners. But I'm just kind of working with what I've got to do here. So, yeah. I ordered, like I said, a Hornby. I think it's a Hornby, class 40 or 37. I can't remember. They're kind of similar to me. But I'll find out when it comes. And if I want, yes. Perfect. So this is actually working out way better than I thought. Ooh, That's going to be pretty tight, actually. Oh, it's not. Okay. I'll show you what I'm doing here in a minute. I'm just trying to kind of plan this out. I know this video kind of sucks already. There we go. Or, just too straight. And curve it to that way. I actually don't know. Alright. How is this going to work, actually? I don't think about it. This actually might not work the way I need it to. Unfortunato. But we'll test the waters here and see what we can figure out. Like I said, I'm just getting stuff figured out. That'll do. That'll be perfectimo. And I do like how these are manual turnout, so these switches you can manually control with your hand, which is pretty nice. I've always liked not super complex things. Okay, that is going to be perfect. Unfortunately, they only give you 2 buffer stops, which it looks like. And the N scale said it, they gave you 4. So, don't know what that's all about. But, anyways. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sorry, I'm like having a stroke here. You have 8 black, 9, sorry, black curved pieces here left, and 2 straights. Let me show you what I came up with. This is originally what I was going to do. This is exactly what I wanted. Was something on the lines of this, but kind of a rail yard here. 3 split off sections. Yes, I know there's no way to back. I'm gonna have to add another extension onto that, so that's probably not gonna work now that I think about it. So let's try a different method here. This is similar to what I wanted. Let's try something different. Let's try what we had originally. I actually like that a whole lot better. Perfect. Okay. So I'm going to work on getting these switches wired up here in a minute, later in the next video, but this is what I wanted, was a loop and then a rail yard, and that's much better. You can't obviously put engines in there, but you can store some freight cars, like some some little freight cars in there, and then just pull them over and do them one by one as you need. But this is what I was going for. This really bothers me. I'm just kind of a perfectionist when it comes to stuff like that, but that's kind of what I've got going right now. I might mount the controller. This is a used one, so it's already been worked with. I might find a way to mount it somehow. I don't know how that's going to be possible. Last time I tried Velcro. But I might just mount it along this section here, which you can't see. And eventually what we're going to have, or I could just leave it right there too. Sorry, it's really hot out. What was I saying? Oh, I'm gonna mount these switches. I'm just gonna hot glue them to here, and then just run everything through the cracks, and then the other thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add from here. I'll maybe add it in between there, cut it, and add it. It's a black, or I think it's a hunter green tablecloth, and it's just gonna run along this. Boom, boom, make it look better, and then I'll add something in there eventually. But I'm happy with this. I've already got some stuff from my previous HO layout, like this little house that I have, so I'm not fairly upset with this. I actually think it looks pretty good. Yeah, I think once I get all the stuff from Amazon, I have signals coming, so I'm gonna add. I think there are 4 or 6 packs. I'm gonna add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 there. So maybe they're 3. I don't know. We'll work with what we've got. But all right, guys. Thanks for watching.